a patient. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
How's it guys? Travis from Ostrich Longneck here. In this video we're going to be gluing the last part onto the tank. Then I'm going to give it a clear coat and show you what that looks like once it's all done. But for now I am going to be doing my character, my little officer. Right now he's armless and headless. The head, I'm going to paint that separate and then glue it on at the end. So for now I am just going to be gluing on his arms. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this last video of this build. The video will technically not be finished. Part 2 of the build will be the Sherman. So the Sherman will be the next part. Once the Sherman's built, then I will start on the diorama. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do that. Still got some parts to buy for the German tank. So even though between the two tank builds there might be an aeroplane build or something else, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but I most probably will take a break from the tanks and just go over to something different, and then after that continue with the next tank, or I might just jump straight into the deep end and do the next tank. But I'll let you know once I've decided what I'm going to do. So let's head over to my little guy and finally give him some arms. Be back now. Okay guys, next is gluing the guy's arms into place, which is like that. Then what I want to do is just drop him into the tank once the arm's taken position nicely and he's stuck on enough. Don't know why this thing has to do this. That's the only thing I hate about these things. They do that every now and then. Very good, nice glue, but oh, it's a pain when it does that. So get some glue onto here. Take the first arm, put it into position. Okay. There's his first arm. Now what I like to do, I did it with my Abrams tank as well when I glued the guys together. I take my tank like that and I drop the guy in and see, okay, that looks alright, and a little bit bend it a bit forward, put him in place again and take a look at it. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay. glue just wants to mess around a bit. A little bit more glue on. Yeah, that looks alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now the same with the other arm. And there we go, that looks pretty good. Sorry guys, I didn't realise the camera had gone out of focus. And there we go. He will be glued then into position like that. Right now, of course, he's still headless. So I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Okay. So there we go, guys. Let me zoom out a bit. There's my headless German officer. Now, that part I will paint. Get that all done. Once that's done, I will paint his head. And then I will glue it into place. Now, this is the board I'm going to be using for the diorama. And what I've got in mind at the moment, get those out, is to have the German tank coming in, something like that. Have the Sherman tank over here. Let me just zoom out a bit more. Position the camera a bit. Have your German tank over there with some German soldiers around it, and then have the American tank over here somewhere. So it looks like something over here, some sort of building or something, and they can't see it, but the American tank has already got in position, and the soldiers obviously running into position to ambush them. But I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it. So that is for a different video. But at the moment, the little guy is now put together. Next, it will be to the paint booth, but that will be for a different day, because 1, it's getting late, and 2, my battery's running flat. So I'll see you guys later. I'll be back now. Okay guys, now to start with the German officer. The part on the tank, I'll glue that now once I'm finished with the base coat of the German officer, which is going to be black. It's supposed to be FX one, but unfortunately I don't have that, so I'm going to be using the X18 Slim Gloss Black. And hopefully once I just put a bit of dull coat over it, it will dull it down and it'll look right. So here we go, guys, giving this a bit of a paint job. Oops, too much pressure. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a bit and add some more paint. I think my paint is just a little bit on the thin side. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, let's continue with this. Add a bit more paint. I hope I'm staying in view. I think what I'm going to do is zoom out a little bit too much there. That should give me a good enough view. There we go. First part done. Next part is to paint in all the other colors. His boot, his belt, his tune-up, the officer's badges and what else still has to be painted. Then over to the officer's head, which I'll be doing separate and then gluing the two pieces together once it's all done. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, while the officer dries, it's now time to put on this part over here. So I've just got to get some glue into place. There we go guys, that is the final part of the tank. Now once I'm going to leave that to dry a little bit and then I will go over it with the clear coat, and then the tank will be done. So until I get back to the officer, be back now. Okay guys, I've got a bit of a problem. I wanted to show you how I painted the guy's face, but the camera doesn't want to focus on it. As soon as I get a bit of a picture, then all of a sudden it goes out of focus. I did paint the soldier's uniform, so his body's done. I struggled to get the camera to focus on this as well, so I didn't bother videoing it. The face was the one I wanted to really videotape, but unfortunately it just doesn't want to focus. So I'm going to try. I've got the face. If I can get this thing to focus. Got the face all white. I'm starting to paint the flesh on that side, the undercoat flesh. So as I go along, I'll video a bit of it and show you what I've done. But once the guy's finished, I'll take some photos and I'll add the photos for better images of the soldier himself, because this camera just don't want to cooperate. So sorry about that guys, I wanted to show you what's going on there, but it just does not want to focus. I'll put it down with some press stick and I'll try to focus on it, and it will see it as soon as I get nice and close. You can see what I'm doing, it goes out of focus and it just does not want to focus. So let me do the first, which is the base coat, which is a bit of FX15 and some X9 brown, just to make it slightly darker. So that is my first step, getting his base coat of his flesh, and then I'll explain as I go on. I'm busy watching a video which I downloaded on this bloke, how he did his face, because I've never done this before. So I think the best way would be just go onto the internet, download a decent video of somebody that actually does know what they're talking about, and do it the way they do it. This is of course my first time, so hopefully it'll turn out, but I'll be back now and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, I'm trying to get this thing to focus again. It was just focused when I started the video, then I decided to unfocus. Let me zoom in. There we go. As you can see, I've now painted the base color. Over that I'll be painting the other colors. So as soon as I'm finished that, I'll come back now and show you what it looks like. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm trying to keep this thing in focus. As you can see, I've got a bit of highlighting going on. I don't know how nice this is going to turn out. As I say, I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Don't do what I do. Go and watch some other guy on some other videos on this type of stuff on YouTube, and then you can get a better idea what to do. Hopefully this will turn out fine for me, so I'll be back now with some more updates. Okay guys, my German officer is done. Now I've got to attach his head. So right now he's a poltergeist. His head can go wherever it feels like going. So now I've got to put his head onto his body. And then the German officer is finally complete. Yeah, put my head on me body. Yeah. Okay guys, be back in a second. Just let me reposition the camera, and then I can glue his head into position. Be back now. Okay guys, now it's time to glue the head on. Put a little bit of glue on the top, and then take the German officer's head and put it in place. This is a little bit to do on what to do now. Might be some touch-ups to do. Sorry guys, let me zoom out. This is a bit of a pain. This is just does not want to stay in place. Guys, I'm gonna try zoom in on him. Sorry about the camera going out of focus. It's not easy keeping this thing in focus. I'm going to quickly pause it and try get a better positions. Okay guys, there's my German officer. I think he looks alright. Just wish his camera would stay focused. Zoom out a little bit. Well guys, I'm pretty happy with it, considering it's my first attempt. Tell me what you think in the comments. Well guys, that's it for now. Next I'll be doing some weathering of the tank. So I'll be back later on with that. See you later. Okay guys, what I'm doing here is these tracks, as you can see, are too silver and too clean. So what I've done is I've taken some black paint, thinned it down very thin. Just take the paintbrush like this, and then I'm smearing it on. So I paint it on like that, dirty the track up without making it completely black. As you can see, it goes from silver and clean to all mucky and dirty, because we don't want our tank to look new. We want our tank to look like it's been through a bit of muck and all sorts of other nonsense. Just go over all the tracks and get them all dirty. So I'm taking them and I'm making them look nice and mucked up. Of course, that's just step one. I've still got to go over it with some other colors to get some brown into it and get it look really grumpy and ugly. So getting that all in there, just getting it all nice and dirty. Don't worry about getting this onto the actual tank itself. All it will do is help dirty the grey up a bit and get it all nice and dirty. So just be careful that you don't make it too much thinners and mess up the actual paint job. So yeah, getting this all nicely dirtied on the inside everywhere where you can see the silver nicely. So there we go, guys, from nice and silver and clean looking to all silver dirty looking. You might have to do this a couple of times depending on how you want the tracks to look. So I'll be back now once I do a little bit of something else and show you the progress. Be back now. Okay guys, now I'm gonna try add some of this brown onto the track to give it its dirty look. So it looks like there's some dust and sand and stuff on the tracks. Basically all you do is take your paintbrush or whatever you want to use, get this stuff on, get it nice and there, and then work it into the tracks, and hopefully this works. So far it doesn't seem to be working the way I want it to work, but hopefully it'll turn out the way I want it. So when I'm finished, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Be back now. Well guys, we've now come basically to the end of the model build. There's just one little thing I still got to do. I've got to glue him into there. So first thing I'm going to do is apply the glue as normal. Just some down on his feet. And a little bit on his hands. I've got to get his feet through carefully first. Get his hands nicely into position. Oops. Like that. And there we go. The last piece is in place. The German officer is in the tank turret. Wrong direction. Oops. Too much. Tighten in the wrong direction. Oh, there we go, guys. My German officer is now glued into the turret. I just got to give it a bit of time to dry. Oh, there we go, guys. I'm just going to give that a little bit of time just to dry a bit. Then I'll come back with the camera off the stand and show you around the tank. So give me a few minutes and I'll be back now. Well, for me it will be a few minutes to let that dry a bit. For you it will be a couple of seconds. Be back now. Okay guys, well there we go. A frontal view of the tank. As you see, I dirtied up the tracks here, made it look like there's dust and sand and stuff still on them from when they've come off onto a road or something. Made it all look a bit dirty. My German officer. Some dirt and stuff on the top of the tank. And got some dirt and muck on the sides. As if you've seen a bit of combat. So, still got to build the diorama for it. But I'll most probably build the Sherman tank first before I go over to the diorama. I still want to build, get some German soldiers, which I want to mount walking next to the tank. But how the diorama is going to look, I haven't decided yet. So there we go guys, that is my Tiger 1 tank finished. All done. My next video which I'm gonna post will be of this over here. I'm trying to figure out the colors which I have to get for her. That is my next project. I've decided to build the Strike Eagle. Revell, it's a very nice model company. They build very nice models. But I've got just one little problem with them which I'm not too fond of. The TAMIYA is they give you the colors. They say dark green and flat black, but they don't give you any paint numbers. So they say yellow, but what kind of yellow? Mustard yellow, dark yellow, light yellow. So that's the only thing I've got against this one, is they don't really give you a number. Be nice if they had one sheet with all the different paints which you get. TAMIYA, I think TAMIYA and all those different paints, and just have their numbers next to it so you know exactly which color to use. But anyway, that is for another video. I'll be back now. Whew. Oh well guys, that is the tiger tank done. Got it finished today. I could have had it done a lot earlier this morning, or should I say this afternoon, but I was a bit lazy today. It's in South Africa. Today is a public holiday. It is, as far as I know, the 27th of April 2017, of course. And in South Africa today is a public holiday, so I've been lazing around a bit. Finally got the tank done this evening. Of course, this coming Monday I can't wait for, because we're going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy, me and my friend Trevor. I hope this movie is going to be as good as the first one. But anyway, that is what's coming up. Soon I'll be putting up the unboxing of the F-15E Strike Eagle. So you guys can look forward to that particular model kit review. We'll go through all the stuff in the box, all the parts. This is the third aeroplane I'm building. The second one is of course hanging up there. The first one which I built was finished, but I made a mess up. When I do finally get her done, I will show you what she looks like, but that was never a build series which I put up. I was just building it for the fun of it. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys, all of you that left a nice comment. Thank you very much for all your comments. I appreciate you leaving the comments, the nice comments about my model building. And I just want to give a big shout out to my best friend Trevor. I just want to say to him, thank you for everything you've done for me. You know what I mean when I say that, for all the things that you've done for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I couldn't have a better friend in the galaxy than you. You are the best of the best. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this build series, and hopefully you'll enjoy the next one. So enjoy your models and everything. Happy model building. Live long and prosperous, and cheers. See you in the next one. Cheers guys. Enjoy.